Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be as bad, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know what I'm talking about y'all. Convince me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Come on in, you guys. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what it is. I have this thing about the braids touching my ears. I don't know what it is. I don't like them touching my ears. And the older they get, the more they're falling on my ears, so I have to pull them back. Anyway. Yeah, I don't care about that. Moving on. Hey, Busy Boo. Hey. Yeah, I was going to run up on Busy yesterday for the Whether You Like It or Not panel finale. I was going to run up on him, but I'm going to have to run up on him another day. He was out in them streets. Let me say hi to the people I didn't get a chance to speak to y'all yesterday. Let me say hi to the people. Lovely Nola, what's up, Boo? Hey, Quake, Chuck, Don. Hey, Boo. Amber, hey. The Informed, Corray. It's Honesty. Hey, it's Honesty. Hey, Marcus. Hey, Vintage. Hey, Danny. What's up, sis? Sharon, Powerful. Hey, Boo. Yes, please stay hydrated, baby. It's hot outside. I was out there, but ooh. What's up, Kenya? Hey, Tamara. What's going on? RIP to my mother, Rita Butler. Today's her birthday. Rest in peace to Rita Butler. Today is actually my grandmother's birthday. Today is her birthday as well. So send my love to you. I understand. What's up, Nay? Hey, Boo. Miss Babe, tell Benji I said, hey. What's up, Tracy? It's National Wing Day, and I'm headed to give me some. You know what? Is that today? Damn. Maybe I'll go get me some wings, even though I got food in that refrigerator and I don't need to go nowhere. But I mean, if it's National Wing Day, I mean, shouldn't I get some wings? It's National Wing Day. I don't even know where I would get any wings from, child. Quake said wings sound so good right now. Hey, Vanity's Mirror. I like that name, Vanity's Mirror. Hey, Boo. Woo, thank you for coming in. This work shift is brutal. Well, here I am. You just ordered some wings. It's National Lipstick Day too, or is that tomorrow? Well, y'all know I ain't gonna miss that day. I ain't gonna miss National Lipstick Day, honey. I'm not gonna miss that, honey. Let me tell y'all something. So first of all, I owe StreamYard an apology. Now, StreamYard, you do be screwing up, but yesterday was not StreamYard's fault. Or at least I'm gonna say 90% of it was not StreamYard's fault. Hold on, let me close now. I got this popping up. 90% of it was not StreamYard's fault. So here is the reason why 90% of it was not StreamYard's fault. Tracy, who got the best deals on the wings today? Is it Buffalo Wild Wings? Is it wing? Where I need to go? Wingstop has free wings, 5 wings. They do. The Wingstop near me is a little hood though. I might have to find another Wingstop. And slow. I don't mind the hood so much as the slow. Why is it so slow? What is taking so long? Why is it taking you this long to make some wings? Anyway. Nitwit said they having wings too. Bat said we convinced her. Okay, I guess I got to get me some wings too. Where I'm going to go, y'all? I should go to Wingstop? Okay. Remind me, I gotta find the closest Wingstop to me because I the one near my job is where I usually go, but I'm not home, so it might be one closer to me that's not near my job. Oh, it's a long line. You know what? I ain't think about that, Chuck. Probably everybody and their cousin is down to the Wingstop. You know what I'm gonna do, y'all? I'm gonna go over here to this good carry out by my house and give me 5 wings and some fries. That's what I'm about to do. I'm not fooling with y'all. I'm not fooling with y'all. I'm gonna go down here to this carry out by my house. I'm gonna give me 5 wings, give me a little mumbo sauce, and give me some fries. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. All Wingstops are slow. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I just thought, but you right. The line is probably out the door and around the corner. And if they slow on a good day, got to get somewhere. Yeah, I think I'm going to just go up here to this. It's a curry out by my house. I like their wings. I can get me 5 wings and some fries. It'll be ready in 5 minutes. By the time I call it in, by the time I get there, it'll be ready. And then I can bring it on back home. Actually, y'all, I got wingettes in there. My sister, my sister done started cooking for me again. She took the summer off, but she started, and she actually bought me some. I got chicken in there. The rule, you don't have to go buy none, right? You could just have. I got chicken in the refrigerator. She made me some honey something wings. That can work, right? The wings I got in my refrigerator, those will work. I just put them in the air fryer for a few minutes. I'm trying to do better. I told y'all I'm trying to do better about spending my money because, I got all these trips coming up. I'm really not trying to be on the pole for real. Okay, I'm not trying to be on the pole for real. I mean, I might have to, but I ain't really trying to be. So that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to put Don says, save that coin. Okay, I'm going to put them wings in that air fryer. They already cooked. I just got to warm them up. Put that wings in that air fryer. And my sister made some potato salad. Now, let me tell y'all the truth. Let me tell y'all something about this potato salad. Now, I'm a very finicky eater. I know it doesn't look like it because my size don't match my finickiness, but that's another conversation for another day. I'm a very finicky eater. And I don't really do, because I don't like onions and green peppers and stuff like that. Like, I don't like all that stuff. So I don't really do like a lot of like salads. I don't do like a lot of cold salads unless I make them myself or somebody who knows me makes them. I eat my mama. Now, I know y'all always talk about me being spoiled. So this story may not help convince y'all that I'm not as spoiled as y'all think I am, but it doesn't matter. Let me tell the story. So I grew up, the only person's potato salad I will eat is my mama's. I can go to a cookout, I can go to a family function, and anybody else in my family can make potato salad. I'm not eating it. I'm going to eat my mama's potato salad, though. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It's something about my mama's potato salad, but I don't eat anybody else's potato salad. I only eat my mama's. So my sister came over here Sunday to bring me my food, and she told me what she made because she always sends me the menu. But if she feel like doing something different, Don, you can deal with this. You can deal with this. Wait a minute, Janae. No, I had to call you by your government name. You made me call you by your government name just now. Not, you're probably more spoiled than people realize. Ma'am, you're rotten as well. Your grandmother. I'm gonna come back to Miss Nay since she want to talk about people being spoiled. I'm gonna come back to her. Let me finish this story. So my sister comes in with this potato salad, and I was like, "Who made it?" She looked at me. She was like, "I made it." I said, "I don't eat nobody's potato salad but mommy's." She looked at me like I had smacked her. She looked at me like I had smacked her. I said, I don't eat nobody's potato salad but mommy's. Baby, and if you have to know my sister to understand how funny this is that I'm about to say, she said, I don't care if you eat it or not, and put it in the refrigerator. Like, okay, I don't care. What you want me to do? So Sunday night, I made my plate. I warmed up. That's how I know I got some more wings in there. I warmed up the wings, and she made me some Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. I put all that in the air fryer. And I took out that potato salad, and I was like, let me try this potato salad. Y'all don't tell nobody. That potato salad was so good. Don't you tell nobody. And don't you tell my sister. Nay, don't you tell my sister. Baby, that potato salad was so good. It was. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That potato. So that's what I'm gonna eat for dinner tonight. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna throw some wings and some of them Brussels sprouts in that air fryer, and I'm gonna get some of that potato. I have enough for, I think, 2 more helpings of that potato salad. Baby, that potato salad was good. I don't know what she did, but it was. I ain't even gonna tell you no lie. It was good. Now, was it better than my mama's? I ain't gonna say it was better than my mama's. I ain't gonna never say it was better than my mama's, but it was good. And I'm gonna tell her it was good. I'm gonna tell her it was good. Although it might blow her head up, I'm gonna tell her. Okay, Nate said I am spoiled and I appreciate it. Oh, okay, because I was about to say, y'all know I went to Detroit to go visit her last week, right? My mama, aka her grandmother, was like, well, I need you to come by here before you leave because I made her a cake. She like that brown sugar pound cake. So I made her a brown sugar pound cake. So I had to go all the way to my mama's house to pick up the cake to take to her. Because that's what her grandmother made her a cake. See what I'm saying? We all spoiled around these parts. But moving right along. Oh, my sister can definitely cook. I mean, she's a trained chef. My sister's a chef. Like, she absolutely can cook. That don't mean I always like what she make. You know what I'm saying? I keep forgetting to call and thank her. I'm going to do that today. Yeah, please make sure. Thank your grandmother, child. Now, to be fair, my mama also made a regular pound cake, which the rest of the family loves. And I did get some of that too. So it wasn't a wasted trip. I got some of that pound cake. Yeah. Okay. You love a brown sugar? Yes, a brown sugar pound cake. And baby, look, Nate ate a piece of that cake before I even got my luggage in the house good. She was sitting at the table eating that cake. I said, I don't even think I had bought my luggage in the house good, and she had made her cut a piece of that cake, honey. All right. Oh, Nate, and I forgot. I need to cash app you too. I forgot when we went to Trader Joe's the day before I left. I forgot I never gave you no money for that. I'm gonna shoot you a few dollars. I keep forgetting. I thought about it on my way home, but I was driving, so I forgot. Child. We went to the Trader Joe's. You know how you go somewhere, and I wasn't hungry. We had just left the restaurant. We had just eaten, but I'm like, oh, let me try that. Oh, let me try this. Oh, this might be good. And I probably added about $30 to her bill, child. The bill was $100. For real? It was that much? I think, see, you can't believe, I have to see her face when she say that. Because Nay lie. I don't believe the bill was no $100, Nay. Now I don't believe that. You don't have to show me that bill. See, because maybe, see, she said just joking. I was about to say, I don't think we had that much stuff. All right, y'all, let me get into this. Y'all got me running my mouth. We 14 minutes in and I ain't said nothing. I'm just so happy. So StreamYard, let me explain why I owe StreamYard an apology. Yeah. I'm running the diagnostic on my main computer. Y'all know this weekend it kept cutting off on me. Baby, and I'm just trying to hold on. Somebody yesterday said, you think you can hold out until Black Friday to get you a new computer? And I said, you know what? I didn't even think about Black Friday. So I'm trying to hold on until Black Friday. And I'm going to go ahead and get me a computer Black Friday. But I'm trying to hold on. So I'm like, maybe I'm running like a diagnostic on it right now to see what the issue might be, if it's something. And that's what was happening yesterday. Because, baby, I've been running that diagnostic for 3 days. Please understand. I forgot the shit was running. And it must be at a part that it's really fixing stuff, because I started running that diagnostic on Saturday. It is Tuesday and it's still only 70-something% done. But Saturday and Sunday it wasn't giving me those problems. It didn't start doing that till yesterday. So I figured whatever it's doing, it must be fixing some stuff. So StreamYard, I owe you an apology. It wasn't you. And I didn't realize it. It wasn't you, StreamYard. It was not you. Okay. My apologies. Cruiser said, I knew it wasn't StreamYard, but I didn't want to argue. Now, when you listen, you could have argued with me about that one. You could have called me and argued with me about that one. Child, me and Cruiser, we don't argue. We just have a difference of opinion sometimes. And we're adults, so we handle it like adults handle it. She say what she got to say. I say what I have to say. And sometimes we agree and sometimes we disagree. And we'll keep it moving. And we keep on talking. We probably be on the phone for another 2 hours after we done disagreed about something. So you could have called me about that one, Cruiser. All right, they still high and do that. No, they still be having some problems. Now, I stand by what I said. StreamYard still be on some bull hockey, and they still high as hell. So I'm still gonna look at some other things. It's just lower on my list of priorities right now. It's just lower. It went from number 1, to probably number 6 or 7. StreamYard can afford to catch a trade. Yeah, they can. Yeah, we can. What's up, Cajun? Now, Cajun, you got to put the timestamp. We're going to get started in a few minutes, but I have a few more things to say, and you're going to put the timestamp. You've been slipping on your timestamp duties lately, sir. All right. August the 1st, so this is the last week, you guys. This is the last week for the VIP, to buy the VIP package for the trip for Books and Bourbon. What does the VIP package include? It includes a t-shirt. It includes transportation to the book festival. It includes entry into 2 of the distilleries, and it includes swag from the event. The reason why I'm cutting it off is because I need a head count for the t-shirts. I need the sizes so that my t-shirt person can go ahead and get started on that. Also, I want to go ahead and buy the tickets for the distillery because sometimes they can only take a certain amount of people at one time. So we might have to stagger our times. If it's a group of 10, we might have to do 2 groups of 5. But when I looked online, a lot of times they're in like 30-minute increments. So it's not a big deal. I'm going to figure it all out. So once I get a final count on Friday, then I'll be able to give everybody a whole breakdown of what that looks like. Itinerary wise, we're going to probably have a meeting so I can go over it and just talk about just Books and Bourbon. But itinerary wise, I got my flight. So I will be in Louisville. They said, don't plan anything for October 2027. I see I need to get on your calendar now. Yes, you do. Okay. So don't plan anything for October 2027. Okay, boo. That's her birthday month. So yes, ma'am. And that's a milestone birthday. Yeah, because if you're, that's a milestone. So we going somewhere? Hit me up, text me and let me know what tentatively you thinking about so I know what to do. Okay, so tentatively Friday, because I'm going to be there Friday, my flight lands at like 10:30. So I'll probably be at the hotel no later than noon. So tentatively, we're going to do at least 1 of the distilleries, maybe 2 of the distilleries. I would like to do both distilleries on Friday, but I need to figure out when everybody's getting in time. I don't want to schedule stuff too early. And then Saturday, we're going to the book fair. Saturday evening, we may do another distillery and dinner. I still haven't found a restaurant yet, you guys. We may end up just going somewhere right there in walking distance of the hotel. But we'll figure it out. I mean, we gonna eat, so I ain't worried about it. We gonna eat, okay? You don't get into full, right? So I think we're gonna maybe do 1 distillery Friday night and schedule it like at 6, maybe 5 or 6 o'clock. And then Saturday do another distillery. We'll figure it out. I ain't stressing it. We ain't stressing it. I ain't stressing it. But we're gonna make it happen. We're going to the Louisville Book Festival in October. Okay. Yes, Cajun is going on the cruise. Hell, Cajun done paid more on that damn cruise than I have, if I'm being honest, and I'm calling a thing a thing. Okay, last church announcement. I have pinned my back to school wish list in the chat. Now listen, it's the same thing as the birthday wish list. Don't nobody have to buy nothing. It's okay. It's all good. I'm gonna be all right. But I am accepting donations, not just for me, but for my students and for other teachers. If there's anything I can't use, or if I use it up, I'm going to pass it on. I'm not selling it on the black market as the parents seem to think down to the TikTok. I'm not behind the school getting rich. It was this one video I saw. It was cute. A teacher made a video and it showed her handing out pencils and getting like iPhones and stuff in return. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Okay, Chuck, it's okay. But when somebody else hit me up and told me they were gonna hit me up on Friday, so I get it. I mean, Friday is fine. I just don't. And again, if it's a situation and you need to you hit me up on the back end, y'all. Just slide in my DMs or whatever. If you want to get the package, but you can't do it by Friday. And listen, it's not that serious. We can work it out, but I can't. I just need a good head count. You know what I'm saying? I just need to make sure I have everything in place. Again, if you want to click the link and buy something off the wish list, it is appreciated. If you don't or you can't, because some people desire but they can't, and that's fine. If you don't want to, that's great too. It's okay, y'all. But I did put one up there. I didn't do one last year because I really didn't need anything last year. But we are moving. For those who don't know, I'm moving to a different location this year. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Okay. You've been a member for 13 months. Well, thank you for your support. Thank you. All right, y'all. Now we about to get into the things of the things. All right, we about to jump into it. We about to jump into it. Get your timestamp, Cajun. It is 22:35. Get your timestamp. All right, and we about to. And Don, you know what to do.
I said, close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
All right, Don is closing the doors. Cajun got the timestamp. Let's get into these things, okay? Let's get into these things. First of all, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, what? Okay. So first of all, I don't have a lot to talk about today. That might be another reason why we did a whole lot of talking on the front end, child. Ain't a whole lot going on, child. Ain't got a lot going on. First of all, I want to say shout out to Erykah Badu, who she has announced the 25th anniversary tour for her sophomore album, Mama's Gun. Now, let me be honest about a few things right here and right now. Stuff like this makes me feel old. And shout out, let me rewind. I know we give Tamar Braxton a lot. We give Tamar a lot. We really do. But I'm going to give shout out to Tamar. She's not the first person to do it. Before y'all drop in my chat, she ain't the first. She is not the first person to do it. But I feel like this era of music, I feel like Tamar was one of the first people to do this anniversary album tour thing. And now it has become a thing. Keisha Cole did it. Erykah Badu is doing it. Somebody else did another anniversary, 20-year anniversary or whatever. I ain't saying she the first one. Don't get in my DMs talking about she ain't the first one. I know. But I feel like this era of music, I feel like she was one of the first ones to kick it off when she did her Love and War 10-year anniversary. Let me say this about this, and I'm bringing this up for a reason. Number one, I love Erykah Badu. I'm being honest and tell you that I was not a fan when On and On first came out, which a lot of y'all may or may not remember. I was in college when that album came out. I was not a big fan of On and On. I was like, what is this? On and on and on. It didn't do it for me. It didn't do it for me. Okay. It didn't do it for me. And then I think I fell in love with that album when she came out with Next Lifetime. I think that's the song that did it for me, right? And then I ended up buying the CD. Shout out to Columbia House. I got it for a penny. Yeah. I did end up buying the CD and fell in love. But let me tell you something about Mama's Gun, which is her sophomore album. Now, a lot of artists deal with that sophomore jinx. A lot of artists deal with that sophomore jinx. But let me tell you something about that Mama's Gun. For me, that's the one for me. That Mama's Gun is the one for me. That album does it for me. And I remember, oh yeah, didn't you know? Yeah. I remember buying that CD. Like I remember being, and I'm gonna tell y'all what mall I was at. Maybe I won't, because I might not remember exactly. But I remember I was hanging out with some friends of mine that live in Baltimore. So it was probably like Columbia Mall or I don't think I drove all the way out to what's that mall on the other side of Baltimore? Toby, you in the bushes. What's that mall on the other side of Baltimore? I don't think I was that far out. I think I might have been in Columbia Mall. But I remember driving home. No, I was in Arundel Mills. I was in Arundel Mills. And I remember listening to it on my way home. And the thing about Mama's Gun is the track list doesn't match the songs on the CD because they messed it up. She added some songs at the last minute and they messed up the tracks. And I remember that because I'm listening to the songs, but they're not matching the track list. Because y'all know back in the day, we used to actually look at the track list while we were listening to the music to be, you know what I'm saying? But that album does it for me. And I say all that to say, I might try to go to that. Now, she said that the tour's supposed to start in August. It's really going to depend on if and when she come to DC. From when I looked up on Ticketmaster, it looks like she's going to be playing smaller venues. She looks like she's going to be playing smaller venues, so I don't think that it's going to be like at a big stadium, which is fine. Looks like when she comes to this area, she's going to be at the Fillmore, which is a smaller venue. I've been to some shows at the Fillmore before. So anyway, so shout out to her for that. Okay, shout out to her for that. I probably, if the tickets are reasonable and it's a weekend that I can make it work, I may go. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Not the Wretched was my favorite. Right, memorizing them lyrics, honey. Memorizing them lyrics. Okay. She is a good DJ. Listen, Erykah Badu is a jack of all trades. She's also a midwife. She's also a midwife. She's a DJ. We know that she writes a lot of her own music. She produces. She plays multiple instruments. She's a very talented woman. Peculiar. But you know what else I love about Erykah Badu? She has lived her life by her own rules. She has definitely lived her life by her own rules. All right. Child, not Jaguar. Moving right along. Excuse me. Diddy say he ready to come home. Diddy wants to get out. Diddy has filed paperwork, or his attorneys have filed paperwork today, because he wants to get out. He wants to come home pending his sentencing. Thank you. Y'all might not like what I'm about to say. Hey, Dr. Henry Logan. All right, doctor. Thank you. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't necessarily disagree. Like, he didn't get convicted of the RICO. He is literally in jail right now for prostitution. Now, people can say, but we know he did more, but that ain't what he was convicted of. And honestly, they have let, when you have fed time, they have let people who were convicted of mass unalivings go home and handle their affairs. They have let people who were convicted of RICO go home and handle their affairs and show up for sentencing. They have let people who stole millions and millions and millions of dollars go home pending sentencing. I honestly feel like they should let that man. He's going to be in New York. You know they're going to have him on house arrest. He ain't going to be able to leave the state. And I understand that oh, thank you, LV. And I understand that there's always a chance that he might flee because he has the means and he has the money. But so did a lot of these people that they let go home pending sentencing. A whole lot of them have the means and the resources. I'm sorry. I mean, his sentencing is in October. Right. Peter Thomas' ass is out. Or was. I don't know when he went, you know. Amber said keep his ass locked up. Amber said no, ma'am. Sierra says he's a threat to his victims. Y'all think he is? They're afraid of what he might do to the witnesses. Can I be honest? Can I just say something right now? And I'm being so serious right now. I'm not even being funny. I hear y'all. And I hear, and that's valid. That's a valid point y'all are making. Y'all think he can't do that from jail? Because let's be clear, Diddy's not doing it himself. Like, Diddy is not showing up at Cassie's door or Jane Doe's door or any of those other people that testify. He's not doing it. I'm not even going to sit here and say that Diddy's not a threat. I'm going to say he ain't the one doing it. So y'all think he can't do the same thing from jail? Y'all don't think so? But I hear you. Peter Thomas and Diddy are not the same, really. I didn't say they were the same. What I'm saying is they let people go home pending their sentencing. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're the same people. I think he would be worse if he's out. Powerful say he need to stay in until his sentencing. Okay. Oh, he's a demon. Okay. All right. Well, I'm clearly in the minority. That's okay. I love y'all. I love y'all anyway, though. If Junebug is getting the same right, then Diddy should stay where he is. Okay. He would be extremely cocky and arrogant about it. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Oh, definitely. They have never done that for people who already don't have bail. Never is a strong word, DB. I don't know about never. I'll go with it's not normal. They don't normally do it. I don't know about never. Never is a strong word. Maybe the judge is saying no due to... Well, the judge hasn't made a final decision yet. They just filed the paperwork. Jen Shaw definitely got to turn herself. That's what I'm saying. But I understand the point you're making that he was already there. Those people weren't locked up. He was already locked up. So to let him go is not the norm. I understand what y'all are saying. I understand the point y'all are making. I hear you. I hear y'all. Well, the reality of the situation is Diddy was, and I don't know what the statute is. I don't have it in front of me, but he was convicted of 2 counts of prostitution. So he ain't gonna do the kind of time that people wanted him to do. He just not. And don't get me wrong. I don't want y'all to mistake the way I'm looking at things with how I feel about things. Like, I honestly do think that Diddy was guilty of most of what they said he did. Like, I really do. I do think it was more than just him and Cassie having a swinger lifestyle. Like, I do. But I'm just looking at where we are now as what he was convicted of versus what they thought he did. Because here's the thing. Yeah, okay. I was hoping they dropped new charges. I don't think they got nothing else to drop. I think they unloaded. Well, no, let me rewind that. I don't think they unloaded the clip, but I think they charged with what they are willing to charge with at this time. Now, they may come back later. Somebody might show up. They might have some evidence. Somebody might find a videotape. I don't know. But he's going to serve his time, Sierra. I'm not saying allow him to not serve his time. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying with federal time, they usually let people turn themselves in and they give them times to get their affairs in order. I ain't saying nothing about him not serving his time at all. That ain't what I'm saying. He was only convicted of prostitution, but the RICO. Right. No, I think you meant not the RICO. Right. Do you think prosecutors are still going to go hard for a harsher sentence with Comey gone? I think they're going to do their job, and their job is to push for the time, especially since he wasn't convicted of all of the charges. He was only convicted of some of the charges. I think they're going to go in and they're going to argue for him to get the maximum, unless they strike a deal, and I don't think it's going to be no deals. Because if I were Diddy, why would I? At this point, if I'm Diddy, why would I strike a deal? I already been sitting in jail for over a year. I wasn't convicted of the full gauntlet of what they charged me with. I'm going to take my chances with the judge. I wouldn't, so I think unless they strike a deal, I mean, the prosecutors are going to go in there and do their job. Yeah, he doesn't get sentenced till October. So I'm not talking about him getting off. I'm not saying he should go home. I'm saying between now and October. That's what I'm talking about. But I hear y'all. I do. What does he need to get in order for a year sentence or even less? I mean, I don't know. Maybe he want to, no. I don't know. You know how people say stuff and you know how they say it. Like when Tracy say stuff to me, I know how Tracy is saying it in the chat because I've talked to Tracy on the phone. That's how that was with Cruiser just now. I can hear Cruiser saying that to me. That's why I responded the way I responded. I could hear her saying, I could hear what he need to, I could hear her saying it. That's why I just responded the way I responded. I don't know. He might need to, I don't know, move his money around so the girls had the money to start they fashion label. I don't know. Child, when did Diddy go to jail? He been in there for about a year. When did he go to jail, y'all? When did they arrest Diddy? Last fall? It was like last fall. So he been in jail almost a year, I think. Yeah. All right, well, that's the Diddy of it all, child. That is the Diddy of it all. 1 year in jail, 5 years in jail is very different. Oh, it is. It's definitely very different. Oh, DB said it was the day before her birthday, so it was September the 17th or 16th. Okay. Yeah, almost a year. Almost a year. We're about a year and a half short. I mean, Lord, a year and a half. About a month and a half short of a year. By the time he goes for sentencing, it'll be a year. Yeah. By the time he goes for sentencing, it'll be a year. All right, but listen, I'm not mad at y'all. Listen, y'all said what y'all said, honey. Y'all got me together, honey. Y'all got me together. Okay. Mary J. Blige has responded to the lawsuit filed by Misa, her former friend and stylist. Misa alleged that Mary J. Blige was poaching her client, her aka this rapper Vado, and said that she did that. They were friends, and then Mary J. Blige then came in and swooped in. So let me read y'all. I don't have the lawsuit. We're just gonna read an article. We're going to read an article about it, okay? We're going to read an article about it. Mary J. Blige attorneys have responded, and this is what they had to say, honey. This is what they had to say. Mary J. Blige is firing back at a lawsuit filed by her former friend, stylist Misa Hilton, accusing a longtime friend and her lawyers of fabricating accusations to try and win a payout, a settlement payout, I should say. The stylist sued Blige earlier this year, claiming the R&B legend has sabotaged Hilton's management relationship with the rapper Vado. At the time, Hilton's lawyer said the dispute was very unfortunate because the two were probably closer than blood family. In her first response to the lawsuit on Monday, lawyers for Blige didn't hold back, arguing that Hilton's allegations were not only baseless, but also entirely fictional. Plaintiffs and their counsel appear to enjoy fabricating accusations. This is a quote. Accusations that will be discussed in the press and on social media for the purposes of harassing the defendant and trying to coerce a favorable settlement. Now, her attorney's name is Lisa Moore. Okay. Blige is not only asking the judge to dismiss this frivolous case, but also seeking sanctions, monetary legal penalties against Hilton and her lawyer, Nicholas Ramchatar, for even filing this in the first place. Baby, her attorney said, listen, I don't even know why you filed this. Plaintiffs and their counsel had significant time to investigate these issues, not only before filing, but also after defendant's counsel sent a lengthy letter identifying the granular specificity with each of their claims is basis. Blige's lawyers write, yet plaintiffs and their counsel chose not to withdraw the complaint and instead appear to be doubling down. Hilton is a longtime hip-hop stylist known for dressing Mary J. Blige, Lil' Kim, Missy Elliott, Aaliyah, and many others in the 1990s and 2000s. When Hilton was honored, okay, we don't care about none of that. In April, Hilton filed a lawsuit accusing her former client of a wide range of wrongdoing. The case claims that Blige exerted pressure on Vado, who was signed to the star's Beautiful Life Records, to fire Hilton as his manager. The lawsuit, which Vado co-filed alongside Hilton, claims Blige is refusing to release an already finished album or allow him to tour until he ditches Hilton. Defendants are intentionally drying out plaintiff Winfrey, exercising provisions in the record contract to intentionally withhold his music from the market and bar him from performing live and touring in order to compel him to terminate his talent contract with Hilton and her company. But in her first response Monday, Blige's lawyers say the case is so flawed that Hilton and her lawyer must be punished for bringing it. They said the alleged contract between Hilton's firm and Vado is void because her company doesn't even legally exist. Wait a minute. She said the company don't even legally exist. They also say that it is Vado himself who failed to meet the requirements of his record deal with Beautiful Life, which is Mary J. Blige's label. Baby, so the number one, they're saying that the company doesn't even legally exist. And they say Vado is the reason why his music is not out. Now, when they say legally does not exist, I'm assuming they mean she might have a company and a name, but she has not filed the proper paperwork for it to legally exist. But we're going to keep reading. Let's keep it. Let's keep going. The new response also reveals a scathing letter that Blige's attorney sent to Hilton and Vado's lawyer shortly after the case was filed in May. In it, they said the lawsuit is riddled with false statement, demanded that it be withdrawn, and threatened they'd seek sanctions if it wasn't. It is obvious that the complaint was filed by you and plaintiffs for the sole purpose of harassing and causing malicious injury to Beautiful Life and Miss Blige based on Hilton's personal animus towards Miss Blige. They wrote in the letter before ending it ominously, "Your next step in handling this matter shall govern ours." Baby, they said your next step in handling this matter shall govern ours. Y'all know what that means. Y'all know what that means. Mary J. Blige said, if you feeling froggy, leap. Mary J. Blige said you might walk over, but you'll be limping back. Mary J. Blige said, make your next move your best move. Babe. Say your next move shall govern ours. Baby. Let me keep reading, child. The letter also includes more details in the dispute, including a screen cap in which Vado himself purportedly suggested that he might fire Hilton on his own. Quote, between me and you, I might be firing Misa, the alleged text reads. The letter was also attached to Monday's filing as support for Blige's demand for sanctions against Hilton and her lawyer. The Star's attorney say it shows that the plaintiffs were aware of the flaws in their case, but chose to continue pursuing it, forcing Blige to expend time and resources making this motion to dismiss their paternity. Paternity, I'm talking about the wrong case. To miss their patently frivolous claims. The filing did not specify an amount of sanctions that Blige is seeking. An attorney for Hilton did not immediately return the request for demand. Child, she said, girl, you don't even have a real company. What you suing me for? You don't even have a real company, girl. What are you suing me about? Mary J. Blige said, let your next move be your best move, child. Let your next move be your best move. So you, girl. I don't know when the relationship, somebody said when did their friendship fall apart. I don't even know. I'm sure that's part of the timeline. I'm sure that is part of the timeline, but I don't know when it actually fell apart. I don't know. Yeah. Well, in more legal news, Kenya Morton came. We got an update on what's going on with Kenya. Now, Kenya already let us know. Hold on, Tracy just sent me something, Cheryl. Hold on. What did it say? Defendant Combs moves for release pending sentencing. The government should respond to Combs' letter by Thursday, July the. So the judge is going to respond to the judge's request by July the 31st. So by Thursday, day after tomorrow. So we're gonna know if Diddy coming home by Thursday. Is that what you talking about, Tracy? Check your IG. Thank you, boo. Yes, sugars. Let's get to 100 sugars. It's 157 of y'all in here. Can we get 100 likes, please? You know, it's free 99. It's free. Likes and subscriptions are and subscribing is free. It's just hit the button. I appreciate y'all, dude. Listen, we are still on this road to 20K. Now we done got stalled. The car got a flat tire. We had to stop. We had to, we got to get the car together. But we're trying to get this car moving again. Baby, we have been stuck at 18,900 for like 8 months. Okay, we cannot seem to get into the 19,000. So we trying to get, we got 1,000, like 1,070 subscribers to get to 20K. I don't know. Don't ask me to do that math in my head. But we listen, we can see it. So if you are new here or you catching this in a replay or somebody suggested it to you, do me a favor. Go on and hit that subscribe button. Go look at some old videos. And this is what we do. We have a good time over here, okay? We do. So we trying to make it move. Y'all know that the more you hit the like button, the more YouTube suggests my video. Because it's a computer, you guys. It's all the algorithm. The more like buttons tell YouTube, hey, somebody's over there talking about something and the people are liking it, they're enjoying it. Maybe we should suggest it to more people. So the more likes, the more people YouTube sends out the notification. Lord, Tracy, let me tell you something. Now, I ain't about to do no commentary on it. I might talk about it in members only. You know what? I might be messy in members only. I may do a members only this week and be a little messy. But Tracy said we need Thomas Dexter and handcuffs in the channel and Chanel Bangles, and it'll get us to 20K. Now, you ain't lying. That'll definitely get us to 20K. But let me tell you something. I ain't really been talking about it, and I'm not going to talk about it because there's too many people involved that I don't have no issues with, and I ain't trying to be caught up in nothing, and I ain't trying to be nobody's commentary. But I might get a little messy in members only. Baby, the boys are fighting. I don't know if y'all been paying attention. Andrea, I know you've been in the bushes over there. I know you've been watching it. Cruiser, I know you've been in the bushes watching it. But baby, the boys are fighting. Now, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about, I'm going to just tell you this. I'm going to give you the breadcrumbs. Don, you know, I'm going to give you the breadcrumbs. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I am talking about Larry Reed, Thais. I am talking about Conscious TV, William McCray, St. James. Baby, the boys are over there fighting. Now, listen, I'm cool with all them people. The only person that I ain't never had a conversation with is Larry Reed. But all the rest of them people, I am cool, and they are friends to the show. So I ain't getting in it. I don't have no point. Right? That's what I'm saying, Don. I ain't getting in it. I ain't doing no commentary on it. I might get busy. I might get a little messy in members only. But I don't have no commentary on it. But baby, the boys are over there fighting. I'm just telling you. If you haven't been following it, you don't even have to. I'm going to tell you where to start and where to end. Listen, okay, I'm going to give y'all the roadmap. Now, I'm not being messy. I'm just giving y'all the roadmap. Y'all got a pen and paper because I'm going to give you the roadmap. If you want to know what I'm talking about, I'm about to give you the roadmap. Now, y'all ready? I'm gonna give y'all 2 seconds to get the pen and the paper because I'm gonna tell you where to start and I'm gonna tell you how to get to what's going on. Y'all ready? Okay, 2 more seconds. Okay, somebody said 2 more seconds. Okay, 2 more seconds. Y'all got your pens? Okay, here's where you start. Forget about everything else. I'm gonna give you the cliff notes. You start with, you have to go to St. James channel. Go back about 3 weeks. Now, I don't know. He might have put this on members only. I don't know. But go back about 3 weeks and find a video where he interviews. I'm going to tell you, it was the beginning of June because I was in Walt Disney listening to this video, baby. No, it don't matter. Go back about 3 weeks. Go to St. James. If you're not subscribed to him, it's okay. Go to St. James. Go back about 3 weeks. Find a video where he is interviewing a man by the name of Bernard Jordan. Now, there's an earlier video on Larry Reid's channel where he's explaining why he is no longer working with, in communication with, a mentor to Bernard Jordan. But you ain't really got to watch that one because it's going to come back around. So stay with me. Start at St. James. Catch that video where St. James interviews Bernard Jordan. Y'all with me? Okay. Make a left at Conscious TV, where Conscious TV does his commentary on the interview with St. James. Are y'all still with me? Are y'all still with me? Okay. You're going to get to a roundabout. And at that roundabout, you're going to run into Thais and William McCray doing a live. Okay. Now, just work with me. Hit that roundabout. You hit that roundabout, it's going to bring you back to Conscious TV. It's going to bring you back to Conscious TV. Conscious did a video, was it over the weekend? Conscious did a video where Larry Reid came up on the link and he addressed Bernard Jordan and TD Jakes. The title is something about TD Jakes, whatever. But they talk more about Bernard Jordan and TD Jakes. But they talk a little bit about the TD Jakes stuff too, okay? Now, you back at Conscious TV? Okay. So then you're going to hit another roundabout where Conscious TV and St. James did a joint live discussing Conscious's video with Larry Reid. Here's where it gets good. Y'all with me? Do y'all have the directions? Okay, here's where it gets good. Okay? I'm Conscious, I love you, baby, but listen, y'all can fast forward to the last 15 minutes. I'm going to just tell you what I know. You can just fast forward. Now, y'all can listen if y'all are interested in what Larry's response to Bernard Jordan and all that. Y'all can listen. That's fine. And Larry and St. James have a little bit of a tense moment because, you know, St. James been talking shit about Larry Reid. I'm going to just call it a thing. He been talking shit. So him and Larry Reid, Larry Reid done hit the link. And him and St. James are talking, okay, about their issues. But then it get to the last 10 minutes. 15 maybe. And Larry says to Conscious TV, he said, listen, now I did you a solid. I sat there and had a conversation with this man who been dragging me all through these internet streets for years. And I sat on your platform on the strength of our friendship to have a conversation with him. Can you do the same for me? All I'm going to say is fast forward through them to them last maybe 30 minutes. And you just thank me later. And I'm not going to say no more about it. I don't have an opinion about none of it. I'm just telling y'all where to find it. I'm just giving you the directions. Now, don't forget, you got to stop at Thais Boulevard. Thank you, Cruiser. You got to stop at Tracy's dropping the links in the chat. So y'all find them. She's giving y'all the links in the chat. Thais Boulevard, Conscious TV Lane, St. James Place. Listen. William, hell, you could even go on over to William McCray. William McCray probably had something to say too. I don't know. I don't know. But listen, those are the players. And I don't have an opinion because I'm cool with all of them. Like I said, the only person I don't know, I haven't had a conversation with or know is Larry Reid. I don't know that man. I don't have no beef with him. And I don't want to. I don't know him. Okay. But y'all know Thais is a friend to the show. That's my boo. I love me some Thais. Okay. Y'all know I have been on St. James's platform. Okay. Y'all know I have. And Conscious is my boo thing too. He's been on my platform as well. So I don't have no dog in none of them fights. I'm just telling y'all where to find it. Okay. Move right along. Okay. Now, like I said, if I decide to be messy, it'll be on members only. And then it'll probably disappear. Even off of members only. But that's if I decide to be messy. Right now, I ain't trying to be messy. I'm just trying to stay the hell out of it. I'm over here. I am over here. Okay? But I'm watching. I'm like this. I'm watching it, though. Okay. Tracy's dropping the links. Y'all get them links. Y'all get them links. Okay. All right, y'all. I will say there have been some half-truths told. I'm back to being silent. And this, I'm not even going to say your name out loud. What's up, Miss Toby? Listen, I was looking for you earlier. I was saying something about Baltimore. White Marsh. See, now I remember. I don't even need you. I was trying to remember the name of the mall that's on the other side of Baltimore from me, but it's White Marsh. I remember now. It's White Marsh. But I don't think I was at White Marsh. I believe I was at Arundel Mills. I was talking earlier about where I was when I bought Erykah Badu's Mama's Gun album, and I believe it was Arundel Mills, because that was back when Arundel Mills was the shit. When it first opened, baby, Arundel Mills, baby, that movie theater, that Egyptian, I think was Egyptian 14. They had 14 screens, and the mall, and Arundel Mills used to be the spot. I stopped going to Arundel Mills once they built that casino because it's just too congested now. It is too much. I've been there a few times since they opened. I've been to Maryland Live like maybe 2 or 3 times, and then I've been to that Cheesecake Factory that they opened out there a couple of times. I got a friend that's gonna be at Maryland Live later on in the fall. I think they come in September, October. They'll tell me. They'll remind me, child. So I'll probably be out there then and go catch up with them while they're in town. But you were at Arundel Mills yesterday. Yeah, I have not been to Arundel. Like I said, I've been out there. I met. That's what me and Powerful met when we went out. When we met for dinner, we met at Arundel Mills. We went to the Anyway, nice restaurant out there, child. It's slipping my mind now. I just haven't been out there, and it's still. I mean, I think it's still a nice mall. It just got to be too congested. It was once they built that casino, child. It's so much. And remember when they first started building that casino, they hadn't built that parking garage. So now that the parking garage is there, parking is a lot easier. But when they first built when they first started building the casino, baby, you couldn't get no parking. You had the valet park. It was a mess. And it was right over there by the movie theater, which is really the main thing I did out there. Anyway, moving right along, child. Moving right along. Don said, yeah, I've been minding my business because I don't need nothing more added to my plate. Yeah, you got a lot going on over there, baby. You do. You got a lot going on over there. Mm-hmm. You do. You do. I don't say stuff about certain things, but baby, I've been seeing what's going on. You know, you and T, y'all are my booze, and so that mean I got rolled up with somebody. And that person, Don, that person from the Love and Marriage Huntsville blogger, don't she live in my area? Is that the one I'm thinking about that lives around here? Or am I thinking about somebody else? And I know it's not the young lady that was at your event, but I'm saying, is she around here somewhere? I thought. Okay, moving right along. Okay, y'all. Speaking of movies, I went to go see. Catherine said, "Let me know if you want me to come with." I know that's right, boo. I went to go see Fantastic Four yesterday. That's why I wasn't here. I didn't come on to a live yesterday because I was outside. Listen, I am enjoying my summer. Somebody, Trees hit me up the other day and was like, girl, I've been trying to catch up with you all summer. I can't seem to catch you. Baby, I have been outside. So yesterday, I went out to, I have some friends that are in town. And they were like, you know, we're going to be here till Wednesday. If you want to hook up and do some lunch or dinner, whatever, let me know. So I hit them up yesterday. That's why I didn't even call you back, Cruiser. I was on the phone with Cruiser, and I was like, let me call them and find out if they want to meet up for lunch or dinner. And so once I got off the phone with them, I had to like basically jump in the shower and get out the house. So we went to lunch, went to a nice little spot, black-owned spot out in Silver Spring, called the Breakfast Club. If you're in the Silver Spring area or whatever, it's a really nice spot. It's black-owned. I've been there twice. The food is good. I would recommend it. And then we went to the movies because it's right there by the movie theater in Silver Spring. So then we went to the movies and we went to go see Fantastic Four. So that's why, baby, I was outside yesterday. Okay, I was outside. It's good. It's good. I'm not. Y'all know I'm not like a comic book fanatic or anything like that. So I don't know all of the backstory to the Fantastic Four. I don't know all of the subliminal storylines and stuff like that. I just know who the Fantastic Four is. Okay, I remember them from when I was kids. They had the cartoon with the Justice League and stuff like that. I remember the movies that came out a couple of years ago with Michael Chiklis played Thing and all of that. I remember though. It was cute. I like it. I would recommend it. Go see it. It was really, 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 really cute. It was cute. It was a good movie. I thought it was good. What kind of food do they serve? Reese's Pieces. It's breakfast. So it's called the Breakfast Club, but they stay open like regular hours. So they had but they have regular stuff that's not breakfast. But the majority of their menu is breakfast. So they, of course, they have, you know, chicken and waffles, but they also have French toast and waffles. They have like a French vanilla bean French toast. They have oxtail and grits. Because somebody that was with us got the oxtail and grits, and they said it was pretty good. They have regular oxtail, something else. I think they have fish and grits. They have pancakes, omelets. They have like fried rice. They have appetizers, so they have fried, you know, they have chicken wings, deviled eggs. Trying to think of what else was on their appetizer menu. And of course, they have all the different sides. And the prices are comparable. Like, it's not ridiculous. Like, you're not gonna walk out of there and be like, damn, you know, it's comparable. So I've been there twice. Me and Belle Perspective TV, we went there last year. She took me there for my birthday last year, and then I went yesterday. So a year apart, and the food was good. I would recommend it. Okay. I think, child, I don't have too much more women. What else I got to say? Oh, we never got to Kenya, child. I got sidetracked with the drama going on. I got sidetracked telling y'all about the drama. Okay, let's get to Kenya. Okay. So Kenya, we know that Kenya already came down here and basically let us know that she was in dispute with her landlord. And basically let us know that her landlord is probably trying to evict her. So I told y'all when it happened that she was trying to preemptively give us that information. So when it hit the blogs, we'd be like, oh, she already said that. So let me just read y'all. This is coming from Bravo and Cocktails. I'm gonna just read y'all this little blurb that's coming out. Kenya Moore hair spa is facing potential eviction due to allegations of 6 months of unpaid rent. The landlord, Northland Chambly LLC, is reportedly seeking to evict More Vision Media, likely that's the business entity for the spa, from the Chambly, Georgia location. The unpaid rent allegedly covers December 2024 through April of 2025, totaling $21,897.40. Moore is reportedly countersuing the landlord. The situation has unfolded publicly with court filing detailing the dispute. According to reports, the landlord's filing alleges the unpaid rent, while Moore has countered with her own legal action. Kenya Moore Hair Spa also faced scrutiny regarding the operational issues, with some reports suggesting it's often closed, not fully operational as we reported in the past. Okay, so we talked about this before, but let me just give you guys a brief overview of what is going on, the allegations, right? Kenya is saying that part of her lease agreement with her landlord is that she gets an allowance to improve the property. That they agreed that she could improve the property. So she spent $71,000 improving this property. They said she added a whole nother floor to the property. So she built out the space. And now she's alleging that when it came time for him to reimburse her that money, he basically said no. So she stopped paying the rent pending this dispute, and now he is using her unpaid rent as an excuse to evict her. So let me say this. I didn't go to nobody's law school. I certainly didn't go to landlord-tenant court. Okay, I didn't go to that school either. I don't know nothing about it. I'm going to just tell you what I know based on my life experience and just, me being an intelligent bitch, okay? When I worked car collections, you would call these people, and they were always, one of the excuses that people gave us about why they were behind on their car note is they sold me a lemon and I'm suing them. So I'm not paying this car note because it's a lemon. And I always had to, because they had to teach us about the lemon law and all of that. And I always had to let them know you have to go through the proper process under the lemon law. And part of that is you continue to pay your rent. You continue to pay your car note, but it goes into escrow pending the dispute. But that's only once you have filed the paperwork and it's under the supervision of the court, because you're still paying your car note. It's just going into escrow, and at the end of the dispute, if the car dealership wins, they get all of their back money. If you win, you get your money back. You don't get to just say I'm not paying my car note because y'all sold me a limit. That's not how this works. So I'm going to take that logic and I'm going to apply it here. And it might not be the same logic, y'all. Y'all might say, well, really it's different when it's property. I don't know. I'm just telling y'all that's my logic. I don't think you can just stop paying your rent pending this dispute. Now, I could be wrong because I ain't go to nobody's law school. I could be wrong. But I don't think that's how this works. I think you still have to, once it's under the supervision of the court, you still pay your rent. It just goes into an escrow account pending the result of the dispute. I'll give you another example. I had a friend, her and her husband bought this beautiful home. Beautiful home. I mean, gorgeous. That was their dream home when they had it built. They laid, they designed every part. They gave input on every nail, every brick, right? Their dream home. Right before the housing market crashed, about, 10 years ago, we had the housing market crash. Right before the housing market crashed. So once they got into the house, they literally were upside down in the house. They were upside down in the house. So they went back to the bank. And I mean, I'm giving y'all the short version of the story. This went on for a while, but long story short, they went to the bank and said, listen, y'all ain't never going to get what this house is worth, because houses in that neighborhood were foreclosing all around them because the housing market crashed. People were in these houses and for them, it was never that they couldn't afford the house. They could afford the house. They could afford their mortgage. That was never the issue. The issue was, I'm not going to sit here. My friend was like, my grandkids won't pay this house off. It's just not worth it. The market has crashed, I say that to say this. She's an attorney. So she was in negotiations with the bank for them to come to an agreement. She was trying to refinance it. Like, you take a hit, we take a hit. Let's refinance this for something that's more reasonable to market rate. And then we move forward. In the process, while they were negotiating this, they were still paying their mortgage. It was just going into escrow. And when they got to the end of the road, they decided, you know what? Y'all can keep the house because y'all ain't really trying to work this out. Y'all can go on and keep the house, and we're gonna make other decisions. The money that was in escrow went to the bank because they never stopped paying their mortgage. So I feel like, Kenya, I don't know who told you that was the best road to take, because I don't think that's the best decision. Andrew said TIAs, that's tenant. Those are tenant improvement agreements. Let me know if that's right. Our credits to the overall lease. If they didn't give her the credit as planned, it could affect the rent payment amount. But doesn't she still have to go, like, if they're not agreeing, doesn't it have to be like you like the court? Disputes over TIAs usually are actually are common. When they happen, they do place rent payments. Okay. Yeah. Allowance. Okay. Tenant improvement allowance. Okay. Listen, I get it. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all and tell y'all, I don't know if I'm putting $100,000 into nobody else's property. And I know I said $72,000, but hell, when you at $72,000, you can round up. At that point, hell, round up. I don't know if I'm putting $100,000 into somebody else's property. I feel like if Kenya had $72,000 to spend on this property, it seems to me like she could have taken that $72,000 and bought a building. Like, you could have took that and put it on. That'd have been a nice down payment on you buying your own building. And then you could take out a loan against the interest in that building and do your own improvement. And now you own the space. Now, I ain't no, listen, I'm not, listen, I don't know. I'm not saying that that's a, but I'm just saying in my head, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you could take that. To me, that's like when Mia says she put $100,000 worth of renovations in a rental home. Why the hell would you do that? So you have now improved somebody else's property. And at what point, at a certain point, you're moving out. And now you have improved my home by $100,000. Thank you. Thank you. So now you were paying me, I mean, the mortgage that you were paying me, I mean, the rent you were paying me, I can add another $300-$400 to that for the next tenant. Thank you. That don't even make sense to me. Now, I don't move in them spaces. I ain't even got that kind of money to spend. I can't even wrap my brain around paying rent on a home and doing $100,000 worth of renovation at the same damn time. My brain can't even wrap around that kind of money. But that doesn't make sense to me. I feel like if you had money to spend and I understand you may not want it, like she was saying, well, we didn't know if we wanted to live here permanently. I get that. Then rent the house, stay there for a year. And if you want to stay in the area, then you can buy that house or buy a house in the neighborhood. But to me, that was just throwing good money behind bad. And we know Mia's a liar. Do I believe that Mia really put that kind of money into a rental home? Probably not. Knowing what I know now, she was probably lying. But just the point that she said it. Look who done dropped out the class. You was here earlier, St. James. I know you was in here earlier. I know you were in here earlier, St. James. And if you weren't, red ball back about 15 minutes. What's up, St. James? St. James, which video did y'all drop for St. James? Yeah, I think she was lying too. Yeah, we talked about you. We talked about you, sir. Sure did. I just peeped in what I missed. St. James, I told him that the boys are fighting, and I gave them the roadmap to find the videos so they can follow it. I said, I don't have no opinion on the drama. I ain't got no dog in that fight. But I told my people to go on over there and catch them videos. I told them to catch them videos. I told them to start with you about a month ago when you interviewed Bishop Jordan. And then I gave them the roadmap on how to get to where we are now. I told them that's where to start. There he go right there. If y'all don't know who St. James is, he done dropped down in the chat. There you go. And like I said, I don't have no dog in that fight. I don't have no opinion. I ain't got nothing. But if they want to go find it, I gave them the roadmap. But yeah, now St. James, you're in real estate. Not to tell too much of your business, but I know you are knowledgeable of those things. That don't even make no sense, does it? Even if you have the money to spend, it just doesn't make sense to me, you know? But child, that's what Kenya Moore have going on. And again, not paying your mortgage while in dispute, an attorney can't be giving her that advice. Not a reputable attorney. Now he said, oh yeah, they cutting up. Sir, you're not going to separate yourself from that drama. It started down on your channel. Sir, you are the alpha. You are the alpha in this situation. There it is. They didn't drop. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy didn't drop the link to St. James in the chat. Y'all go on over there. Y'all get started. Just thank me later. TIAs are commonplace in commercial real estate. Yeah. Them and they. Right. Them and they. Yeah. And I believe that they're common, but I will be interested, and maybe it's in the paperwork. I haven't seen the actual paperwork. I will be interested to see. So, Andrew, tell me, is there a certain allowance that's usually given? Because it seems to me like there has to be a cap. If I'm a landlord and I put a TIA in my mortgage, I'm going to put a cap on that. I'm not going to just say, well, you can improve the property with no ending on it for an infinite amount of money. I may not have that kind of money to absorb. I may not be able to eat that to give it back to you, even if it's just in increments. So it seems to me that there would be a cap. You think? I mean, let me know if that's how it normally works. Now, I know that there is, and Saturday he's speaking to my, he is. Oh. Say, James, you doing the interview with Manasseh on Saturday. Do you already have the link? Do you already have it scheduled on your page? So we can drop the link in the chat. So if y'all want to go. Now, if y'all don't remember Manasseh is the guy that used to work with or work for TD Jakes, and allegedly said that he did that video after Diddy, talking about people being inappropriate and taking advantage of. Y'all remember Manasseh? We talked about that over here. So St. James is going to be interviewing Manasseh on Saturday. If he already has that video on his page, y'all drop that link for me, please. Y'all set that notification now. So, because between now and Saturday, y'all probably going to forget. Ocean Dreaming said, I don't even know you, St. James, but I believe really be. Yeah, that's Bishop Bernard Jordan's son. Yes. Oh, Chad, let me set my notification, honey. Let me set my... Moving right along. I'm moving right along. Moving right. Okay. Tracy said, I don't see that link because, baby, I'm interested. St. James, as soon as you set it up and you have the link, let me know. I'll put it on my community wall. Or send it to me on Instagram and I'll post it on my community wall. Because the people want, now that you got the people interested, St. James. Oh, is it in your members only? He might be gone now. He be dipping in and dipping out. If he don't drop back down, I'll reach out to him on Instagram and ask him. I'll reach out and ask him. I know he has a Patreon, but what he's been doing is doing part of it on his channel and then doing the rest of it in Patreon. So he may be doing that, doing part of it in on his channel and then doing the rest on Patreon. And he's gonna put the juicy stuff in Patreon. So yeah, it may be in his Patreon. I'll ask him. I'll find out, you guys. I'll ask him. I'll find out. Okay. Moving right along. It's all good, Cruiser. Let the people know. Listen, if they want to get it, it's in his Patreon. They go over there to his Patreon, Okay. So we're going to end this on some good news, bad news. Unfortunately, the good news is y'all, football is back. Okay. We actually have a preseason game. We actually have a preseason, Lord, a preseason game on Thursday. I believe, is it the Hall of Fame game, Cruiser? Thank you, LNV. LNV said Really B gives the best directions. Really B, just do a members only recap. This is interesting. You know what? I may do that. I may do a members only recap. Because I don't like doing that. When people put stuff behind a paywall, I'm not going to tell their business. But if I put it behind my paywall and just give y'all a recap and give y'all the roadmap to the whole thing, I may do that. But I don't even have St. James Patreon. I'm going to find out where it is, though. I'm going to find out where it is. Go ahead and do a roll call, Cruisers. Look at her. She can't wait. Can we drop our team? Go and put the most stinking Panthers in my chat. Go and put the stinking Panthers down in my chat, Cruiser. Go and put the stinking Panthers in my chat. So we have a Hall of Fame game on Saturday. However, we do have some bad news to report. yesterday there was a mass situation in New York, and it was in the building that holds the NFL offices. And it seems as though that was the target. Now, why? We just don't know. So I'm going to read you guys this article. It's coming from CNN, and it was last updated today at 4:30. So I'm going to read it to you guys. Investigators have expanded their probe into Shane Devon Tamora, the gunman who shot and killed 4 people Monday in a Midtown Manhattan office. The New York Police Department is sending investigators to Las Vegas, where the gunman lived, to learn more about possible motive. They found an AR-15 weapon purchased by an associate of his, New York City Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch said. Police found several items in his car, including ammunition and another loaded weapon. According to law enforcement, he was placed on a psychiatric hold in 2022 and 2024. According to a law enforcement official, his father worked as a Los Angeles Police Department officer for 18 years. Wow. Okay. One of the victims includes a New York City Police Department officer, as well as a woman who worked for the owner of the building. Let me read you guys. These are a couple of the updates that they've posted so far. The shooter, Shane Devon Tamora, 27, walked into the building carrying an assault rifle and a unaliving note in his back pocket, alleging that he suffered from CTE, which is a brain disease linked to head trauma, according to a source with knowledge of the investigation. Mayor Eric Adams said investigators believe Tamora was headed for the NFL offices, but he took the wrong elevator. The victims, they included an off-duty New York police officer who was the father of 2 young sons, an executive at an investment firm, Blackstone, a security guard described by his union as a New York hero, and a Cornell graduate who worked for the building owner. An NFL employee was seriously injured, according to a staff memo. At this time, what we currently know is happening, the 4 people who were gunned down yesterday, the gunman actually did live. So, yeah. That is the update that we have. Unfortunately, it does sound like the target was the NFL offices. I mean, him saying he has CTE. Unless you play for the NFL, I don't understand how that connects to you, but okay. Hold on. Okay. So we're just going to definitely send out our prayers and positive vibes. I'm not sure. Listen, we know that there was another incident in Detroit. I'm sorry, in Michigan, not in Detroit, but in Michigan earlier this week as well. Y'all, all we can do is just keep our head on a swivel and just pray. That's all I can say at this point. That's all I can say. But we are moving into my happy place. It's funny because this time of year is a contradiction for me, because I hate the end of the summer because that means that I have to go back to work. But I love the end of the summer because, I mean, it's football season. You see what I'm saying? It's a conflict for me. It's a clashing for me. It's a clashing for me. And there was another shooting arena. Okay. Thank you, lovely Nola. Thank you. So moving right along, I will be posting, if y'all want to be in the league again this year, I'm going to set that up. I'll start posting that. Shoot, I thought I had a couple of more weeks, but I guess I better start posting it now. For those of you that are not familiar, we do a FanDuel league here. If you are familiar with FanDuel, then you understand how it works. If you are not familiar with FanDuel, it is an online league where you join it. You set up your it's a week by week fantasy football. You know, the old fantasy football, you draft your players, you keep them for the whole season, and they're stuck no matter what. FanDuel, it goes week to week. So depending on if somebody gets injured, if a player's not playing that particular week, if a player you didn't know who they were, they become a breakout star. You get a certain amount of money to spend every week, and that's how you buy your players. So I'm going to do that. It is a to participate, it is a $5 per week fee, and the money what you could potentially win is based on how many people are in the league. I think last year, I think we had like maybe 6 or 7 people in the league. I'm not sure, but I think the payout if you won was like $47 or something like that. So it's $5 a week. If you win, you get almost $50. And that was, again, if we have more people, there'll be more people. So what I did last year was I did a video explaining exactly how to go in, how to set it up, and what to do. So I'll probably do that again with the code and all of that stuff. I probably just need to go in and reactivate the league that I already had last year. I probably don't have to do anything different, but it may be a new code for this year. So I will set that stuff up. I'm going to try to have it set up by the end of the week. Okay? I just backed that thing up. Follow the roadmap. That's when you went to the roadmap, St. James. Listen, St. James, the interview with Manasseh, is that going to be on your Patreon, or are you breaking it up like you did Bernard Jordan? You're going to put some of it on your channel and then some of it on your Patreon? Because the people are asking. The people want to know where they're going to find that interview with Manasseh. The people want to know where they're going to find that interview with Manasseh. So hit me up on it. Listen, if you don't have it set up yet, just hit me up. Once you set it up, I'll let my people know. Because they want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Inquiring minds want to know, sir. DB said yes, because I'm completely out the loop. Listen, like I said, I ain't doing no commentary on it. I don't have no opinions about it. I don't have no beef with, I don't have no dog in none of that fight. But I have been watching. I've been watching you, watching me. Hey, my birthday is the first day of the season. Well, happy birthday to you. Exclusive here this Saturday. There's the exclusive. Listen, look at the tribe getting the exclusive. Exclusive this Saturday, 6 p.m. That's West Coast time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on his YouTube channel. So can my mods drop his link one more time? We done dropped it, but can y'all drop it one more time for the one time? Oh, Lord, Tracy done already dropped it. Look at that. Look at that. Tracy done already dropped. That is the link, y'all. That's the link. Y'all go ahead and subscribe and get y'all notifications set. So Saturday, we could be sitting in front of the screen, phone, TV, with your cocktail and your popcorn. That's all I'm going to say. Get your cocktail and your popcorn. Exclusive right here. ReallyBTV. Thank you, St. James. He done gave us the exclusive. There's the link. Y'all go on it. It's in the chat. Y'all gonna go over there and get y'all subscription. Get y'all subscription. It will be on YouTube. Okay. So there it is right there. Y'all get y'all subscription to the St. James Show on YouTube. It ain't hard to remember. Just type in the St. James Show. Now, it's going to be on that channel, or is it going to be on your Cardinal Church channel? Because you have 2 channels over there. Y'all listen, I'll get y'all the link. Once he set it up, I'll get y'all the link. Does El Teddy have his live set up already? Hold on, let me see. Oh, I meant to set a goal. I was going to buy some memberships if we had hit our goal today. I forgot to set the goal up. Hey, Angela. Hey, boo. So, yeah, so if you are into football or you just want to play in the league, I'm just letting y'all know that that's coming. Wait a minute. Oh, shoot. What just happened? Oh, thank you. Somebody just sent me a tenant improvement allowance, often abbreviated as a TIA, is a pre-negotiated sum of money provided that the landlord or owner of the building to the tenant. The allowance covers all or a portion of the construction costs needed to fit out a leased space. So then what that says to me is that this was negotiated on the front end. Because according to Kenya, the money she spent was part of the agreement. The money she spent, according to her. So I'm not saying she doesn't have a legitimate argument with the landlord. I'm just saying that the way in which she's going about fighting it does not sound like the best way to resolve the issue. Not paying your rent isn't, listen, not paying your rent or not paying your mortgage is never the way to dispute anything. Get you an attorney and let the attorney tell you the proper way. Or even if you don't get you an attorney, go have a consultation. Get you a consultation with an attorney. You see what I'm saying? And let that attorney tell you what the best way to and what the best way to do it. That's just my opinion. I mean, you know, you can add my 2 cents with 2 cents and you're gonna still come up with the same 4 cents. But I just feel like maybe I'm at the age now where being homeless does not appeal to me. So not paying my mortgage is not something I'm looking for. That's just not the thought of me becoming homeless is not an appeal to me. So not paying my mortgage, you know, the thought of me coming out of work and my car not being in the parking lot, and so maybe maybe I'm just an old lady that's just scared. Maybe I'm just an old lady that's just scared, but maybe that is not, that don't appeal to really be. Okay. Now I ain't saying that you never had to call the people up and say, hey, can you give me a few? I ain't gonna say I ain't never did it. But what I'm saying is I ain't never just said I ain't paying you because So if it's a pre-negotiated amount, it seems to me like that should have already been agreed upon. So I'm wondering if either Kenya spent too much or if the landlord is reneging because maybe he thought she ain't had that much money to spend. I don't know. Now, the reality is, you guys, whenever you are renting a retail space, there is a level of renovation that goes into that. I mean, there is a level of renovation. You know, if you're renting out a space and it used to be a diner and you're turning it into a hair salon, I mean, there's going to be that's a part of it, right? But it sounds like $72,000 just sounds excessive. And the reality is, I feel like Kenya could have made that. That salon could be the most hidden salon in Atlanta right now. I just believe it. I just believe that Kenya is not, based on where I sit, because again, I'm on the outside looking in. Based on where I sit, I just feel like Kenya is not making the best use of the space and of the time. Lord, it's a fly in here. This damn fly. It's been flying around for 3 days. It's about to die. It ain't dead yet. I need it to die. I need the fly to die. I've seen TIAs in the hundreds of thousands and more. I'm sure they exist, but it sounds to me. Oh, thank you, St. James. I was setting up this redirect for El Teddy. My bad. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you for the goals. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Baby. We're gonna be over there on Saturday, okay? Being messy. Why is it not coming up on the screen? Oh, I know why it's not coming up on the screen. Duh, I didn't, because I ain't put it up on the screen. Thank you so much, St. James. Appreciate you. I'm sure that there are TIAs because people buy multi-million-dollar buildings. I'm sure there are TIAs that vary in amount. Again, it just sounds like the one thing's for sure and two things for certain. Somebody right and somebody wrong. I mean, this is a very black and white issue. Either you said you was going to pay up to this amount of money and I spent that amount of money and you reneged, or I didn't tell you I was going to give you that much money and I'm not prepared to give you that much money. Ain't nobody tell you to put a whole extra floor on this damn building. And nobody asked you to do that. So I don't know, child. I don't know. You love Paul the Raven mascot? I didn't even get a chance. I was too busy doing other stuff. Y'all know I'm a Washington fan. So I'm a Washington fan. Y'all know that that's my team. We have high expectations this year. Okay. Let me see. I know Cruiser, them old funky Panthers. Ocean Dreamer says, sorry, not sorry, really be though. I've lived in the DMV area for 5 years. I'm originally from AA County and many of my family in Baltimore. Oh, Anne Arundel County. And so, but listen, I ain't never going to be mad at nobody for repping their team. Let me tell you the problem I have. Now, this is about to go off on a whole nother tangent, okay? Here's my issue. I ain't never going to be mad at you for repping Baltimore and you originally from Baltimore. You see what I'm saying? That makes sense. The problem that I have, and I shouldn't say problem. I shouldn't even say it's a problem because, hey, rep your team. Because I'm a Boston Celtics fan and Lord knows I ain't never lived in Boston. So, rep your team. My thing is these funky ass Dallas Cowboy fans ain't even smelled Dallas. The closest you done came to a Cowboy is buying the Beyonce Cowboy Carter album. You don't know nothing about no Dallas. Ain't never been there. Don't know what it look like. Don't know nothing about no rodeo. And you repping the Dallas Cowboys like they paying your mortgage or something. See, it's them old funky Dallas Cowboy fans that get on my nerves. It's them. Okay? It's them. And that's because I grew up a Washington fan and I just been hating on them for so long that I'm just going to keep hating on them. That's it. That's all. You just can't. I can't do nothing for them. I can't do nothing for them. Okay. We are house divided. I'm a Giants. My husband's a Commanders. Your husband's a wonderful person. Listen, my family, we have the whole NFC East in my family. My family's a Commanders fan. Me, my mom, my dad. I'm trying to corrupt my nephew. The other day, I told him football season was coming, and I said, we're Commanders fans, right? He said, yeah. Now, that's going to work until his dad tells him he's a San Francisco 49ers fan, and then my nephew going to say, yeah. But now, my cousin is a Cowboy fan. My cousin really ain't a nothing fan, but she married a Cowboy fan, so now she's a Cowboy fan. My other cousin is a Giants fan. My other cousin is a Cowboys fan. Then my brother went to Philadelphia, and he married a Philly girl, so she's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. And my niece, child, she don't really count, but she a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I don't think she care about football that much, but she just root for the home team, which is the Eagles. Now, my nephew, her brother, who also grew up in Philadelphia, he a Cowboy fan. So listen, we got the whole NFC East represented, okay? We got the whole NFC East represented in my family, so it is what it is. Here in DMV, the Cowboy fans are serious about their team. My whole family are Cowboy fans. Child. Them whole funky fans. My grandson had to keep wearing that darn Commander shirt. Yes! And his diaper every Sunday because of the fans said if he changed, he might have lost. Right, he sure did. He was our good luck last season. Cruising now. Oh, you know what? What size is he wearing this year? I'm going to have to get him a new shirt. Give me his size, Cruiser. I'm about to order him a new shirt. Give me his size. And the reason why I'm saying that like that, because I know she's side-eyeing me right now. Cruiser, go send me his size. I'm going to send him a shirt for this season. And I'm even going to get it a little big. We'll get it a little big so that he can grow into it. So he can have it the whole season. He won't grow out of it. Raven say, go Jets, but you a New York girl. You supposed to. Cowboy fans are the worst. I live in Dallas, and they are convinced George Pickens is going to change it all around. That's every year. Every year, the Cowboy fans say they're going to the Super Bowl, child. Every year. And I don't mean like a regular fan, we going to the Super Bowl, but they every year, child. See, Cruiser giving me that side eye. Cruiser, send me that right here. Send me that baby's size. Chuck, okay, see, Chuck, you from Chicago, right? Right. Nubbly Nola, Saints fan, Nola. From Love Your Blue, H-Town Horns Up. It's fun for now. I know that's right. You praying for your team. Look, I'm praying for mine. Lord knows I'm praying for mine, child. what I forgot to talk about yesterday because we're about to head over to El Teddy house in a few minutes, y'all. But I know what I forgot to talk about yesterday. I forgot to talk about this Maverick City situation. Now, Don did a live about it. Cruiser, you should talk about it. I think that would be a good topic for you to discuss, Cruiser. So, for those who are not familiar with the Maverick City situation, Maverick City is a gospel music situation where
Child, sorry about that, y'all. Oh, let me turn the screen off. I'm on my phone. Oh Lord. I'm on my phone. Child, the thing started doing an update. See, I can't win for losing with my technology this week. Now the thing is doing an update, child. Now it's doing an update. Can y'all hear me? We ain't gonna be here much longer. But the Maverick City situation, child, my phone is updating, child. Maverick City, isn't Maverick City like like a gospel group? Remember they they came to prominence during child, this thing did a whole update. That's why it shut down on me. I thought I had closed out the update to reschedule it. Anyway, um oh no, no, saying the battery is low. Huh. Anyway, but I guess he's the business manager for yeah, they went on tour with Kirk Franklin and they that's when I really first found out about him. Because I don't follow gospel like that. Um but yeah, they went on tour with Kirk Franklin. Well, I guess it's their business manager. He did an interview and he basically let it be known that number one, he's a Trump supporter. And he was like, and I don't care how you feel about it. You know, he was like, I'm a Trump supporter and I don't really care how I don't care about your opinion about it. That was number one. Number two, he was saying that in the interview, he was also just talking about the gospel industry and how basically um I'm paraphrasing. So y'all, Don, if you still here, correct me. I'm paraphrasing, but he basically was just like the gospel industry is fake, and y'all are really buying into and I mean, I know it's a business. It definitely is a business, but I feel like in gospel music, there's still supposed to be some level of spirituality in it. But once he said he was a Trump supporter child, I didn't care nothing else about it. It's something about a black man that's a Trump supporter that just it's like nails on a chalkboard for me. A black man that's a Trump supporter is like nails on a chalkboard for me. And honestly, after he said that, my brain sort of shut down to the rest of what he had to say because there's no good explanation. So now, as far as I'm concerned, Maverick City, you don't recall him saying anything like what? That he's a Trump supporter? Kim, you said you don't recall him saying that he's a Trump supporter? Hold on. I'm about to say he now that I know he said. Hold on. Let me. I was trying to shoot. What is this thing? About the gospel industry being fake. Hold on. Let me. I don't want to put words in this man's mouth. Let me. Hold on. I don't want to put words. I don't have much of a battery left, and that's why it looks like it's charging, but I only got a 1% battery. I don't know why. Battery. I might have to go into the battery settings and find out why. It's I'm gonna let y'all hear what he said because I don't want to put words in that man. I don't want to put words in that man's mouth. Give me a second. Hold on. I don't want to put words in that man's mouth. Give me a second, y'all. El Teddy's going live, but give me one quick second. He is one of the singers or just the man. I think he's the manager. He said that traditional gospel is irrelevant and no longer matters. He said CCM is the new wave. Okay, hold on, y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't know I was on mute. My bad. I want to pull up a clip so y'all can hear for yourself. I don't want to misquote this man. So let me let y'all hear some of what he had to say for himself.
Okay. What's the little dude now? I can't think of his name either right now, but you knew it. It was like this. I think in gospel for a long time, it was like one manager, one artist. So like Ty and Kelvin, or Kirk and Ron, or you knew when you seen somebody, you knew who their manager was. It was like Frick and Frat. That's how it was. What's his name? Ricky Dillon. I can't think of the other dude's name. What's his name? Who? No, it's not Ricky Dillon. Okay. What's the little dude now? I can't think of his name either right now, but you knew it. It was like this symbiotic relationships. I modeled myself out to Scooter Braun. That's what I saw. Mm-hmm. When I come in anything, I'm not comparing myself to what's elite in that space. I'm comparing myself to what's elite. Period. What? Period. Yeah. Just period. So the best run management company I thought at the time was Urban Aesop and Scooter Braun. Urban Aesop is full stop. Scooter Braun, SB Projects, and that's what I believe was necessary in gospel. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to build. During this time, we moved in, the pandemic hit.
All right. Let me see.
They were training them not to oversing, to sing it. You had black kids with, respectfully, white writers, right, and producers. So they were training them not to oversing, to sing it, to be singable, and also they were making content during the pandemic where everybody wanted God. You know what I mean? And they were great songs. It wasn't like, we gonna get over it. They were making music that resonated with people because the reality is we didn't grow up like our parents. Right. I grew up with a two-parents household. Both of my parents doctors. I don't know nothing about no struggle, no disrespect to anybody that does. I ain't grew up on no food stamps in the hood. Yeah. So my kids can't relate to, like, the way Never would have made it hit my grandma don't hit me the same way. Gotcha. You get what I'm saying? The way it's different. We relate to a different story. We relate to our struggles today, and I'm not speaking for everybody, I'm just speaking to the general young black kid. Our struggles today are more internal than they are external forces. Yes, there's still racism and all that stuff exists, but we getting up, going to work. The bills is paid. Right. We got the cars. We got like a song dances the lilies. It's like, dang, God will keep me fly. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. Like now, it's like promises. It's like those songs were resonating with us, rest on us. It's like it's more about the presence of God. It's more vertical, right, than it is horizontal. Right. And so what you got with Maverick was you got the type of music that was expanding and the best talent. And you put those two together, and I was like, shoot, the solo artist thing cool, but these jokers can fill arenas. I saw it then. I knew God had gave me this vision of worship music filling arenas. You had black kids with.
All right. I'm trying to find the clip where he says I voted for Trump. Because I don't want nobody to say I lied on the man and say he ain't say it. So I'm trying to. No, hold on. Give me a second. Maverick.
Why so many people dog me, man? People work for me that dog me. From 30-year-old young black dude from nowhere, Georgia, with no background in music, and I got more Grammys than most people you know. So your next deal likely gonna be with me. Maverick City outstripped the entire gospel industry combined. Jesus. Everybody hated on it. Nobody called it real. Everybody said it's this, that, it's this. And all that happened from that is you saw the subsequent genre die. One of them gotta go. First off, everybody know.
He asked him, one of them got to go, and he chose gospel. I'm like, what? Yeah, I can't find it. I mean, I don't want to keep holding y'all up.
Maverick was able to get consumption. So you talking about, you go look at it today. And I'm gonna say
it's the same interview, but I can't seem to find the clip. Sorry.
Maverick City outstripped the entire gospel industry combined. What we are doing is what people want to hear. Stop fighting the tide. People keep saying, we want choir music back. Choir music would have never died if people want to listen to it. We need to do more quartet. If people want to listen to quartet, it would still be a thing. Wow. So Maverick was able to get consumption.
I don't know why I can't find it. You would think that would be the first thing that would pop up, but that is not. So he feels like struggle gospel is obsolete, and he was giving his explanation, and then he just threw in there that he's a Trump supporter, and that was just kind of like, what? And Kim said that he thinks he's making a good point. Okay, so I used the wrong language when I said that he said gospel music is fake. Okay, fine. I'll take that back. That's how I heard it, but if that's not what he said, I certainly don't want to misquote anyone. There it is right there.
About that. So I was supporter of the black church is the most forgiving thing there is. 100%. First off, everybody know I'm a Trump voter, regardless how y'all feel about that. So I was supporter of it anyway. Okay. And beyond that, he's the president. Right. So you honor the president. That's in the Bible. You honor the kings and queens of whoever they are. For all my Christians.
So that's the clip. And again, he did a whole interview. Now, I hear what you're saying, Kim. He did not say gospel music was fake. So you're right. Let me take that back. He did not say that. However, he is talking about certain genre of gospel music, saying that it is obsolete and it is no longer relevant. Here's the reality of the situation. He said, well, if people wanted to hear choir music would have never died off. I don't think choir music died off. I think that gospel music has cycles, just like all other music has cycle. That's like saying, well, don't nobody like R&B. If people still liked R&B, it wouldn't have died off. That's not true. People still love R&B, but music has cycles. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes it's the record industry pushing the music. Gospel music, and I'm on the outside looking in. I didn't grow up in gospel music, but gospel music has always been on the fringes. Now, you had certain groups that were able to, quote unquote, cross over. But generally speaking, I don't remember choirs ever being the epitome in my lifetime of gospel. Now, did I grow up listening to I heard, Miami Mass Choir. I mean, not Miami, Lord, Mississippi Mass Choir and stuff like that. Yes. But because I did not grow up in that, it was never, when I heard gospel music, that was never the top gospel in my house. Now, does my mother love choir music? Yes. Do I love choir music? Sure. But when you think about the gospel music that I grew up listening to, that wasn't at the top of the list for me. So now he's looking at it from a business perspective and how he can make money. No problem. I respect that. That's how you can make money. But St. James said choirs have always been the foundation of gospel music. Right. If you're in gospel music, choirs have never gone anywhere. They've never gone anywhere. If you are in gospel, you are in the music industry. I mean, if you are in, because I grew up Catholic. Y'all know it wasn't a whole bunch of choirs going on at the Catholic Church. Not, we wasn't doing all that. But from where I sit, I don't agree with what he's saying. But if he's speaking strictly from a how I'm going to make money point of view, sure. The reality is, and St. James, you can definitely chime in. Cruiser, I know you've been in the church. And Don, if you still here, anybody else that did, gospel has never been the genre to go into to become a millionaire. I'm sorry, and if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But there have been gospel artists that have been able to cross over and break out. But generally speaking, gospel has never been the genre to go into if you're trying to become a sensation and become a millionaire. Like, no. Now, to be clear, and I'm being fair, so Kim, thank you very much. I'm gonna be fair. Honestly, once he said he was a Trump supporter, I think I just didn't hear a whole lot more after that. I think in my mind, it just went womp, 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 womp. Whether it should be and whether it is, that's two different things. Kirk Franklin is the exception and not the rule. What Kirk Franklin has been able to do with what he does with gospel music is the exception. It's not the rule. He's the right. I remember being in the club and them playing Stomp, and I felt some kind of way about it. I was like, I want to dance, but should I be dancing? And then he put salt on there. That was my girl, Salt and Pepper, and I was like, when I think about the goodness of God, I was like, okay, and then I had to stop myself and be like, oh, look, yeah, So it was never. He's the exception. He's not the rule. But all music goes through cycles. That's like saying, like I said, I already gave the example of R&B. All music goes through cycles. R&B still exists. It's not as popular as it once was because it's not being pushed by the music industry like it once was. But that's it. As an executive, he has given reason why it's not. People were turned off by him saying he's a Trump supporter. I'm turned off by him, period. I think he could have said he voted for Kamala, and I just think he comes off as an ass. But that's just me. And again, I admit maybe I was biased because once he said Trump, my brain went blank. I don't know. Dropping it low for Jesus. Right. Dropping it low for Jesus. Okay. Kirk Franklin started a revolution. Yeah. I remember growing up with, I remember BB and CC Wanted. Their music is very, it could go either way. They could be singing about Jesus. They could be singing about their husband or wife, right? And it's done that way on purpose. Behind the scene, most of the gospel folk act just like him. Well, I'm sure that's fair, and I'm sure in all genres we can say that. I mean, look at Berry Gordy. Berry Gordy is no saint. Berry Gordy definitely is no saint. His delivery was trash to most folks. It was. And again, I'm going to say this, and then we're going to go over to El Teddy's house. Going back to Bill Cosby, and I know y'all how y'all feel about Bill these days, but the example that Bill Cosby gave when Vanessa brought her boyfriend home and said, listen, you could be, you know, a New York sirloin steak cooked to perfection, but if you serve it to me on top of a trash can lid, I don't want it. And for me, that's what it was, right? I'm not saying that some of what he said doesn't have some validity. I don't agree with everything he said. But the way he presented, yeah, it was trash. And I'm not interested. But again, y'all know how I feel about people who tell me they voted for Trump. I'm not really interested in anything more you have to say, especially as a black man. And then he's going to say, well, I mean, I know racism exists, but you voted for Trump. You know racism still exists, but you voted for Trump. Yeah, we don't have nothing to talk about. Yeah, we don't have nothing to talk about. Child, my playlist would offend all of y'all because it go from one extreme to... Oh, speaking of which, and then we're going to get off of here because I've been meaning to say this for 3 days. We are going to keep Phil Collins in prayer. He has gone into hospice. And y'all know hospice is the last step. So Phil Collins is on his way out, y'all. And I love me some Phil Collins. I grew up. Phil Collins and Genesis, they are part of the soundtrack of my life. So just we're going to keep him and his family in prayer. Keep him and his family in prayer. Okay. All right, y'all. We about to head over to El Teddy's house. I have the redirect set up. We late because I had to clear up that Maverick City. I had started talking about it and I had to finish it up. El Teddy said what was false? That he gone into hospice. I don't think it's false, but I'll double check myself. But I don't think that's fake information. Only because I know Phil Collins has been sick. He's sick. If you've seen him, he is sick. But I'll look it up. Phil said it's not true. Okay, well, that's what Phil said. But if he said it's not true, then good. I'm glad to hear it. I ain't trying to put that man in. I ain't trying to put him in death. But I know that he has been ill. But I ain't trying to kill the man off. So thank you. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's head on over to El Teddy's house. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.